great chess. He's defending like a lion.
And let's just see what move we're on. Remember, if we get to move...
we have reached move 100. It's a super long game. The other games in round, round 11, correct, has started. We're going to jump into Niemann Aronian when this one finishes.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was thinking, Kai, that really good point you made. Queen and pawn against rook and knight, it should be winning, right? But if we think about it, white has 2 pieces, black has only 2 pieces. I mean, let's discard the kings. So white has a rook and knight. They're both pretty good. Yes, the queen is better than the rook, but white's knight is better than the black pawn. So it kind of makes some sense, I guess, that white is just about holding here. Of course, the queen is the best piece, and I think in practical terms, 90-something% of these games would end in a black win. But remember, this is kind of the top 1% of chess players in the world. This is the elite. And if it's objectively a correct draw, then Ivanchuk, I mean, so far he's done a good job of proving that.
20 moves to go. He's just, he's done 30 moves already. So if he can do another 20 moves, it will be a draw. It'll just be called a draw.
And I guess, so the thing Magnus Carlsen would have to do to win this game would be to get the white pieces out of the eye line of that pawn.
Yeah, if he can somehow kick the white pieces away. I think that's why, as Ivanka mentioned, the narrow path to survival for white is just keeping this white formation. This defensive formation Ivanchuk's found is perfect for stopping that black pawn. But if he can kick the pieces away or catch them at a moment where they're kind of off balance, then push his pawn himself, then he might win. But if not, then fortress and draw. I think Ivanchuk deserves the draw in this one, just for his defence.
I think he's played it perfectly as well. I mean, there's so many little opportunities, which I didn't realise that you pointed out, Ivanka, where you can just play one slightly bad move as white and you lose your fortress. But he hasn't done that. He's kept this harmony between his 3 pieces. But it really is like an animal in its shell, isn't it, here? You really are just sort of moving about in that shell, trying to keep the defence against the attacking queen here. And here he goes. I think he's going to hold it, right? I think he's going to hold this draw.
It's looking like he's found a good way, and he's navigating those traps very, very quickly and very easily as well. But still, I still think it's a long, long road ahead of him.
But Magnus doesn't look like he's too optimistic anymore. He'd made some kind of gesture there, as if he's giving up the winning attempts. And okay, the knight moves. Magnus hasn't made any progress, we should mention, for those last 35 moves, so will we see that draw soon? And this game, it's had like 5 or 6 different phases. It's like the opening phase, the middle game battle, the queens came off, it was still kind of half middle game, half end game, but just the way the players kind of transition and still so accurate, it's impressive. And Ivanchuk's built up 2.5 minutes on the clock as well, we should mention. He was down at a couple of seconds not that long ago. So he's very confident right now.
I'm not sure what else black can try as well. I mean, Magnus has tried everything. He's put his king on the other side of the pawn, on this side of the pawn. He's trying to force his way through, but Chucky has stopped him at every hurdle. So just don't blunder now, Chucky, and you got this. You got this.
And I think it was quite instructive. On his last move, white just pushed his king to the side. He didn't go after the black pawn. The white rook could have actually stepped up, check, a couple of moves ago, and taken that black pawn, but white would have lost all coordination, and the black king would have come in. Now the black king is cut off by the white rook.
It's so important in these positions, isn't it, to keep your knight, rook, and king all defending each other. You know, when you're playing against the queen, you've got to keep your pieces close. You've got to keep them defending, because they can drop off very, very easily if you try anything too much. And he's doing that. He's doing everything
perfectly. We've seen this position before, right?
I mean, if we see the position repeat itself 3 times, I think the game is automatically declared a draw by the server. So, yeah, I mean, we've seen something very similar at least. And Ivanchuk, is that the adrenaline? Is he shaking his foot? Is that making the whole computer vibrate?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's full of energy. At a sprightly 53 years old. And yeah, he's defending this one still very well. You can give a check with the white rook, for example, here.
And can you push the rook over to in front of the king, maybe get that fortress position again as well?
It would also be a draw. Also checking the king with the knight would also be a draw, but of course you have to be prepared to set that fortress up again. No. Yeah, this is pretty much quite a few moves draw. It's not such a narrow path.
You can attack the black queen with the white rook as well. Ivanchuk, do you reckon he's just counting in his mind how many moves it's been? His memory's very good.
Yeah, he could be working it out. Yeah.
Often the top players, they can scroll on the computer screen and they can check when the last pawn move was made. But often they just kind of play and they just believe in their defense. They don't worry about the 50 move rule, in rapid chess at least.
Well, it's only 10 moves now. 11 moves maybe to be totally accurate, but he's got to just survive for 11 moves without a capture or a pawn push. So we can count them down now. Okay.
He's getting closer.
Getting close. 10 moves to go.
Give another check or go and attack the black queen with the white rook. Those look like the most natural. He kicks the king back. We've seen the black king in this side of the board before.
Yeah.
And Magnus he'll look to try and set one final trap. I don't see it, to be honest. He's tried everything already.
Yeah.
But what a high-quality game.
True grind like a grandmaster game.
I mean, Magnus is doing the right thing. Never give up chances. Just if you have the advantage, no risk. Try and play for the win. Like maybe 10 games out of 100, he would have beaten Ivanchuk here, but that's still a decent percentage. This one is headed towards a draw, though.
So Ivanchuk will still be in the lead in their head-to-head score in rapid chess. 15 wins before this game and 13 for Magnus. This will probably put another draw on that list.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
7 more moves.
7 more moves.
After Black's 122nd move, the game will be automatically a draw, unless there is a pawn push. And okay, the knight moving. Slightly surprised by that one, but it looks like the fortress is still intact.
Still holding it. I think the knight can always come back, I guess, as well, and there's not long to go now. And I think Magnus must realise that it's move 122, so good thing that's a check, otherwise you would lose because there's a nasty knight fork there. But you are checking the king there, so it's just
the white king.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, how narrow is the path now? Ivanchuk?
Not narrow at all. Any king move, any rook block is going to be a draw, and he chooses to make the rook move. And king comes forward. Let's see how this one works out.
I think we've seen something similar at least before. The white king is doing a great job of protecting both of its pieces at the same time.
5 moves. We can count them down.
I get
5.
to see some reaction from these two when the game finishes.
Yeah.
It's lasted now for 70 minutes almost.
It's 120 move coming up, or is that 120? So maybe it's only 3 moves now, or 2 moves. I can't count anymore.
After Black makes 3 moves, it will be
a draw.
A draw.
Yeah.
At this point, you can almost nearly blunder a piece as long as Black doesn't have time to take it before the 102nd.
God, that'd be risky. Blunder a piece and try to press the draw button really quickly.
Just for the buzz. I had a rook and bishop versus rook endgame. My opponent made 49 moves and then blundered his rook on move 50. But before I had time to take it, I had to make my 50th move and take it on the 51st. And he claimed the draw.
Claimed the draw. Oh.
And he pretended he did it by accident.
Move 122.
Okay. The game, unless I'm counting wrong, it should be a draw after Black's move now.
Maybe Chucky wants to play it on a little bit. No, Chucky.
We're going to see.
It is a draw. It is a draw.
It is a draw after 123 moves in 17 minutes. 2 legends in chess, the great Vasily Ivanchuk, with a sigh of relief. He gets a draw against world #1 Magnus Carlsen. A great game.